This is the book of Job, chapter 20, verse 23. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahushai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahushai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahushai is his son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who grew well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Job, chapter 20, verse 23, is that I'm going to show a couple of articles and a question I asked Google AI regarding this digital prison, okay, that we're clearly seeing come to fruition, all right? These devils, and when we say devils, we're talking about the international bankers, all right? And who are these international bankers, all right? They are the biblical Edomites, more specifically, the chief house of the Edomites, the Amalekites, all right? The Amalekites, which make up the JJs, the 1948ers, the small hats, right? The Ish people, okay? They are working really fast to push their digital prison onto the masses, okay? And what consists of this digital prison, all right, is an RFID chip, the mark of the beast, which I'm going to elaborate on how they're building it up so that it's easy to implement onto the masses. So, and this is why, starting with our apostle elders and the beloved bishops and us brothers, we can't see us going past 2030. We can't see it. We can't see, all right, this society continue, all right, this global society continue past 2030. We just can't see it because everything is moving fast. If you look at what's going on throughout the world, all right, you can clearly see that this thing can't sustain itself. Everything's coming to an end, all right? So, and this devil knows he has a short time. This devil knows. He knows it, all right? He knows it. So he's moving fast, and I'm about to show you some articles, all right, that, hey, he's about to fill his belly, okay? And that's why the Lord's coming. He's coming because the Lord's going to bring that fire, all right? Via nuclear weapons, and of course, Yahushua himself with the angels coming in a so-called UFO, which they are the chariots, okay? Or they're mentioned as chariots or clouds in the scriptures. So let's get into this first article that you see in front of your screen. Vietnam closes another 86 million bank accounts, okay? Or froze, okay? And I'm going to show you why they closed 86 million bank accounts. Vietnam just froze 86 million bank accounts because account holders didn't comply with new biometric laws, okay? Bio meaning the body, metric meaning measure, all right? Because this is the new measure, all right? This is the new standard, all right? If you want to conduct any type of business in Vietnam. And this is coming globally, by the way. This is coming globally, all right? It's just Asia is at the forefront of this digital prison, okay? And I remember years ago, I believe it was Apostle R, all right? He said that China will be at the forefront to push the RFID chip, the mark of the beast, okay? I remember him saying that. Will be at the forefront to do it. And you can clearly see it, that the Asian countries are moving fast into this digital prison house, okay? And if you can't see that this is a digital prison, okay, where the elites are tracking everything you do, all right, then you haven't been paying attention. You have not been paying attention, okay? You're a lost soul. So with new biometrics laws that require a facial scan or fingerprint for account verification. All right, so this is what's going on in Asia. Okay, they're closing people's bank accounts for not complying with the new banking laws, the new biometric laws, as they say. Okay, all right. And then you have Thailand freezing 3 million, okay, of their citizens' accounts as well. Does this article go into what was going on in Thailand? Well, you can read it, but hey, look right here. Vietnam pushes towards a cashless economy. And haven't we here at Great Millstone through the Spirit and Power Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai been saying that everything's going cashless? Okay. All right, because again, the elites want to see everything you do. All right, they're creating the digital prison house. Okay, maybe that'll be the title. I keep saying it. Digital prison house is coming. The digital prison house. He's about to fill his belly. Look at that. How crypto fits into Vietnam's new financial rules. Vietnam's digital overhaul is not limited to traditional banking. A new law on digital technology industry, which takes effect in January, gives crypto assets legal recognition, blah, blah. There you go. So the point is everything's going to that crypto stuff. Yep. Oh, look. Some point to past cases in Lebanon, Turkey, and Nigeria where people lost access to funds under sudden banking restrictions. So there you go. So you're having other countries doing the same thing. Again, this is a global takeover. All right. Push everybody into this prison. All right. Digital house. There you go. So there's, again, we can't see us going past 2030. Now it's going to get spicy. All right. And brothers in GMS, okay, no, exactly why I say it's getting spicy. Because I talk about this company all the time. Because this company is behind the scenes pushing this digital prison house. All right. And boom, read the headlines. Ripple. If you don't know who Ripple Labs is, I recommend you start to get acquainted because they're behind this whole new financial system that's being pushed onto the masses. Okay? Ripple Labs rumors stir speculation on digital identity and global strategy. Let's get it in. All right, this is what really inspired me to do this lesson today because I'm like, yeah, I can't see us going past 2030 because this is now becoming public knowledge. All right, and that means the elites are going to have to move fast. All right, because we hear the prophets. We are going to expose this and filter it according to what the scriptures are saying. Okay, we're going to filter it according to what the scriptures are saying. We're going to equate it to what the Bible is saying. What does this mean pertaining to prophecy? What does this mean pertaining to prophecy? That's the point. Okay? The document set to describe a cooperation pact between Ripple or major Swiss bank and a US-based blockchain firm goes beyond cross-border settlement. Right, because Ripple Labs was focusing, okay, outwardly, because this is what they were saying in their meetings on the television that, hey, we're gonna make cross-border payments better. All right, make it faster, make it more efficient, make it more scalable. All right, because that's what they've been working on all these years. But check it out. Look what they're also working on, hinting at a push into digital identity and compliance systems. Woo! So a crypto firm, okay, that their focus is on cross-border payments and digital currency, they're also working on behind the scenes on a digital identity system and compliance systems. A digital identity and compliance system. That's what it says right here. Interesting. All right. From payments to identity. What makes the leak notable is not just a reference to XRP as a neutral settlement asset, but the suggestion that biometric ID verification, same thing that's going on in Vietnam, which if you do some studying or do some research, research, All right. Study just means going into something on your leisure. Okay. But do some research. Find out how Vietnam is connected with Ripple Labs. Okay. That's the hint. Find out. Do some research. Okay. Anyway, continuing on. What makes the leak notable, and not just the reference to XRP as a neutral settlement asset, but the suggestion that biometric ID verification could be built directly into the financial rails. If true, it signals Ripple's interest in weaving identity, tokenization, and compliance into a single network. An approach analysts say echoes JP Morgan's recent claims that digital identity will form the backbone of Web3. There you go, man. This devil is moving fast. He's about to fill his belly. Okay? Now, why is Ripple Labs, okay, at the forefront? Because, hey, remember what the U.S. Navy, okay, was working on? Okay, which this was aired out back in 2020. The United States Navy, the military, Ripple-compatible chip development is set to be sponsored by U.S. Navy. Ripple and XRP are in the spotlight once again. This was back in 2020 after the news that the U.S. Navy is hiring a firm to create implantable microchips that would be compatible with Ripple's blockchain. Boom, there you go. Okay? All right? This devil's about to fill his belly. Okay? And we're here. I can't see us going past 2030. If you just look at the financial system, okay? All right, things are moving fast. And I remember Pastor said, you got to watch the financial system. You got to watch it. And I took heed to that because then I was able to literally, all right, see how this devil's moving everyone into this digital prison house, all right? And getting everybody, all right, to make a conscious decision. Are you going to take that RFID chip? Are you going to take the mark of the beast? All right? The hour of temptation is coming. The hour of temptation. Now, NASDAQ, Swift and Ripple, frenemies or just foes? There's rumors, all right, in various crypto news platforms that Swift is testing the XRP and another crypto token, HBAR, in November, but no official Swift announcement confirmed these trials. Right. So there's rumors that they are testing or they're about to test these trials. There's rumors. Swift, do you know who Swift is? Swift is the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. This is the archaic system, but it's about to be updated, and it's looking more and more likely that they're going to intertwine with this crypto stuff. Okay? There you go. And America's been playing possum. I'm telling you, man. This is why the Bible calls America the glory of all, the glory of kingdoms. Okay, America's been playing possum. America's really at the forefront behind all this. All right. So there you go. Okay. And I asked, okay, Google AI this question: RFID chip XRP ledger. Using an RFID chip with the XRP ledger, that's the system. All right, that was created by Ripple Labs in order to utilize the token XRP. All right, this is the blockchain, for lack of a better word. This is the blockchain system. Would enable the physical world to interact with the digital ledger, creating real-world use cases for supply chains, asset tracking, and verification. The RFID chip acts as a physical to digital bridge with its unique identifier recorded on the XRP ledger. That's the Graphos, okay? That is the Graphos. Right, let's go into it. It's here. It's here. That, ooh, man. I mean, I know brothers at GMS Miami, if they're watching, they're like, yo, this is it. Because I've been talking about this amongst my brothers in Miami. Check it out. Let's go to Mark, right? This is Revelation 13 and 16. You know, charagma, right? A stamp, an imprint, and mark, all right? Thing that is carved, right, inserted, okay? Then we're going to go to the root word of that, okay? And this is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, but I'm just getting to the point because you should have been, if you've been watching us, you should know where we're going. To sharpen, to a point, this is Karax, right? A paler steak, All right, palisade, right. And what is a palisade? You know what? Get into a palisade. All right. A palisade enclose. There it is. It's an action, right? They're enclosing everyone into this prison, this digital prison house, okay, with that RFID chip. All right, total control. All right, it also goes into it's a military mound for circumambulation into a siege. Right, this is how they're sieging the world. Okay, don't you see? If you look at it in a military, all right, mindset. All right, this is a military move. All right, that's why the U.S. Navy is behind this. Okay, and various other military personnel. Okay, now let's go to graphos. Okay, grapho. Okay, grapho. To write, to reference, to form of letters, to write. Right. Now do you see? Okay, where this XRP ledger, all right, is why it's behind the scenes. And when you Google Ripple Labs partnerships, they're partner not only with companies, they're partner with central banks, CBDCs. Yeah, CBDCs. Okay, all right. And when you go into this article, healthcare connections, Ripple's existing partnership add weight to the theory. Earlier this year, Wellitex, which is down here in, I believe the company's down here in Florida, all right? Wellitex Health. Yeah, I think the company's down here in Florida. Hold on one second. Let me just double check. I like looking into this stuff. Just the spirit, just where these devils be at. Headquarters. Where's their headquarters? Tampa, Florida. Yep. Oh, how convenient. Tampa, Florida. Isn't Tampa, Florida where what's it called? CENTCOM is at? Okay? Central Command. All those high-ranking generals, they're all in Tampa. How convenient. That's very interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if there's military personnel all in this headquarters, as well as CIA all up in this headquarters. Again, to me, I am a conspiracy theorist. All right, I wear it as a badge of honor. I am a conspiracy theorist. I always have theories. What is a theory? Okay. Theory. Define. Don't be scared of words. Don't let these devils use words to scare you. All right. That's why you gotta look up words. A suspicion. All right. I am always suspicious. Okay. I've been suspicious ever since I learned about this financial system, all right, before I came into this truth, all right? And that's why I love this truth, because, all right, it set me free. Because I've been knew that this financial system is a conspiracy. When you study the whole Federal Reserve System. A suspicion or a system of ideas that tend to explain something, especially one based on general principles independent of a thing to be explained. There you go. A hypothesis, right. A theory is a hypothesis. A speculation, right? Okay. So yeah, I wear yes, I am a conspiracy theorist. I wear it as a badge of honor. Okay. All right. I have my theories too. I have my suspicion. Okay, of why things are the way they're set up. Okay. Okay. Especially with this whole financial, where everything's going with this financial system. So let's go back. All right. I think we made the point. You can read more of this. All right. So watch XRP. The Ripple Labs company, watch them. Okay, they're moving fast. All right, this devil is about to fill his belly. Now I'm gonna end off with this, the prophet's call, because at the end of the day, the scriptures have to be at the forefront. Okay, the scriptures have to be at the forefront of all this. Ezekiel chapter 2 verse 1, and he said unto me, Son of man, stand upon thy feet, and I will speak unto thee. Verse 2, and the Spirit entered into me when he spake unto me, and set me upon my feet, and I heard him that spake unto me. Verse 3, and he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day. Right? That's why the Lord sent out the prophets, man, to call out our people, okay, on their wickedness, all right, and tell them that they're rebellious. Okay, you rebelled against the God of the Bible, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, all right? Even to this very day, all right? You did it when you knew you were Israelites, and you're doing it now, okay? For they are imputed impudent children and stiff-hearted. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, thus saith the Lord power. Right. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Because really, what we're saying to our people is that if you take this RFID chip, all right, you are going to be destroyed. Okay? You are going to be destroyed in the lake of fire. The lake of fire is here in Babylon the Great, by the way. Okay? If you take this RFID chip, all right? We clearly see the devil, these bankers, all right, these Edomites, starting with the chief of the Edomite tribe, these Amalekites, they're pushing everyone into a digital prison house. And everyone's going to have to make a decision to take that RFID chip, which is the hour of temptation. So we're telling our people, if you take the RFID chip, the mark of the beast, okay, you will be destroyed. Thus saith the Lord. Comprende? 5. And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, right? Because that's the thing. That's why the Lord has us putting these lessons out, these videos out, all right? Whether you will hear, whether forbear. For they are a rebellious house. Yet shall know that there have been a prophet among them. And who are the prophets today? Mainly here at Great Millstone through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and those that follow the doctrine of Great Millstone through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay? That's it. Okay? Period. You are going to know that a prophet have been among you. All right? So you better take heed. This devil, all right, is about to fill his belly, and the Lord's about to pounce on him. And we're clearly see it. This is powerful right here. Okay? All right? And you can see that they're moving fast. Watch Asia. Okay? When this whole financial stuff. So, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. Okay? We're almost out of here. Brothers and sisters, just keep pushing. All right? Stay the course. All right? We got the truth. The Wadi Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, we got the truth. Okay? And with that, I want to give all praise and all glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kodash, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who grew well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep the door, keep the faith, keep pushing, keep fighting, keep studying. Pray without ceasing. Pray for each other. Pray for the apostle elders. All right? For the few sisters that are watching, keep studying. When you pray, pray, cover, almost out of here. Shalom.